In our lead story at 8, the family of an eThekwini Municipality employee that was shot and killed while on duty dispatching water tankers to communities affected by floods on Saturday says that they are in shock. Now, the 36-year-old was a supervisor for the city's water and sanitation unit based in Ottawa depot in the north of Durban. Let's cross live to SABC News reporter Chriselda Lewis, who is with the family. Chriselda, good morning. Grim news to wake up to once more, and the weather, of course, not the greatest, and it also seems to be somewhat in keeping with the somber mood. But you are with the family of the employee who was unfortunately killed. Please tell us more about what they are saying and what they're going through at this point.
Well, absolutely, Sakina. The deceased has now been identified as 36-year-old Phumzile Qatha. And from where we're broadcasting from at this stage, we've tried to be extremely careful because her family has communicated to us that they're not really entirely comfortable. I'm not going to identify where I am at this stage, but the family really in shock, hearing of news of Phumzile being gunned down on Saturday. And as you correctly point out, she was one of those who was responsible for the distribution of water to the flood-stricken areas. And you know, of course, that the access to water has been one of the bones of contention here in eThekwini since those floods had caused the devastation. And she was based at the Ottawa water depot. And that's where she was basically gunned down. The family at this stage is looking for answers, and they themselves living in fear at this time. The eThekwini Municipality, of course, having condemned this action, as well as the Premier of the province, who also touched on it yesterday in his update to the nation on what the latest developments are in terms of trying to get those assisted here in eThekwini in as far as infrastructure is concerned, as far as housing is concerned, and access or something to assist with the damage that has been caused. I'm going to chat now to the brother of the late Phumzile Qatha, and he joins me now. It's Mthokozisi Manqele. But Mthokozisi, siyabonga kakhulu futhi ngesikhathi sakho. Sithi dudukuni as ifamily ngalento eyenzakele. Nimgqibele nini usisi Phumzile ngoba sesekuchiwa ngoku ukuthi udutyulwe on Saturday?
Ngiyabonga kakhulu sisi. Usisi Phumzile simgcine ngomgqibelo ekseni ephume emsebenzini njengenjwayelo, uvuka ekseni ahamba emsebenzini and osukwini uyaqhubeka uyasebenza, akho nto eyenzakala. Then kuzothi late bese sizithola indaba ezibhlungu efana lezo ukuthi usedutshuliwe usisi wami washonela khona lapho ebesebenzela khona.
Akukho mhlambi achaze kuni ukuthi mhlambi ikhona into omeyikisayo o akazange akhulume next kuni?
Ayikho into abekayibeka ngaphandle kokuthi bekunzima since bekunalezi ikhukhule bezikhona. Ngaphandle kwalokho akukho kade akusho o mhlawumbe abhekene nakho ukuzima emsebenzini. Yeah.
But I'm sure as a family nifuna impendulo nje ngokuthi kwenze njani. Ngoba nje busisho akakhulumanga next sekunjena ngoku.
Yeah, izona impendulo zona siyazifuna. Yingakho vele sayakela yonke into ezandleni zamaphoyisa. Silindile ukwazi ukuthi kwenzekeleni, and silindele ukwazi ukuthi ngabobani laba abadubula usisi wami lesi isihluku esikhulu esikanjeni.
Ngiyazi ukuthi nefamily ikhona banjani kodwa?
Yeah, kunzima wonke umuntu, isimo sibi kakhulu, sethukile, kunzima nje lokho engakusho sisi, kunzima.
As a family, are you in fear at this stage? Ngoba I guess nempendulo azikafiki bhuti wami ngokuthi kuyenzeke ngenxa yani lento eyenzekile.
Yeah, sesaba kakhulu because asazi ukuthi isizathu kube yini sokuthi abulawe ngalendlela abulewe ngayo. So nathi nje njengoba silapha asazi ukuthi mhlawumbe asazi noma sebeqedile noma mhlawumbe basazoqhubeka. So ukwesaba kukhona kakhulu ukuthi sonke futhi nabantwana bakhusisi siyesaba nje, yabo.
Buti Mthokozisi Manqele, who is the brother of the late Phumzile Qatha. Siyabonga kakhulu baba ngesikhathi sakho. The brother of the late Phumzile Qatha, who has been identified as the eThekwini municipal official who was gunned down on Saturday. Police are still investigating the matter at this stage, Sakina. But as you can hear from the family, they say they are now living in fear. They don't know the reasons why she was gunned down. But all that is known at this stage is that he says Phumzile Qatha left the home here on a Saturday morning, as per usual, going to work. She didn't indicate anything in terms of any fear in the workplace. And she was then gunned down there. They then received news of her passing. And they're living in fear at this stage. We've been very careful as well, Sakina, not to broadcast, to show the residents of where we are for their safety, because they say, as Butum Mthokozisi says, he doesn't know what he does not know whether those who killed Phumzile are done yet. As a family, they're living in fear. The children are living in fear. In fact, the entire family is living in fear at this stage. While police continue those investigations, of course, this family is looking for answers in terms of why their loved one was gunned down. We know that she was responsible for part of the team for distributing water to those flood-stricken areas. That's where we're going to have to leave it, Sakina.
Well, thanks so much, Chriselda, and our condolences once more to yet another family in KwaZulu-Natal.